A narration from the book Eat Like You Care. But do animals feel pain in the same way that humans do? Maybe yes, maybe no, but it doesn't matter whether they do or don't. For all we know, they could suffer more. The only issue is whether they can feel pain. Any being who can feel pain has an interest, a preference, or desire not to feel pain. It does not matter whether an animal feels pain in the same way that a human does, or even in the same way that other members of the same species feel pain. Part of our conventional wisdom is that non-human animals like us feel pain, and that we all have an interest in not suffering pain. Although there are some people who will say things like, animals don't feel pain, or animals don't have feelings, no one really believes that. After all, we have had laws requiring that we treat animals humanely for hundreds of years now. Those laws may be pretty ineffective, but we have them on the books because we all recognize that animals feel pain and that they can suffer and that they have feelings. After all, we don't have laws requiring the humane treatment of rocks or trees. There are, however, people who will say that although animals feel pain, they don't feel it in the same way that humans do. So what? We don't know whether humans all feel pain in the same way either. You may not feel pain in the same way that your friend feels pain, but you both have an interest in not experiencing pain irrespective of how each of you experiences that pain. And that's what matters. As you are capable of having an experience that you don't want to have, it does not matter whether another human experiences pain differently from the way that you do. What matters is that she too is capable of having an experience that she does not want to have. You and she are similar. However, differently you experience pain in that you can both experience something that neither of you wants to experience. You have the same interest even if the experience itself is different. The same is true of animals. Indeed, humans and all the animals we routinely exploit for food, with the possible exception of mollusks such as clams and oysters, are all sentient. That is, they have subjective perceptual awareness. They have the capacity for feeling or sensation. Humans and non-humans are all similar in this respect. They are all capable of experiencing pain. They are all beings who have an interest in not experiencing pain. That interest is the same even if the experiences are themselves different. We should add that there is a tendency to think that humans suffer more because they are more sophisticated intellectually. Maybe yes, maybe no. It may well be the case that animals suffer more because of cognitive differences with humans. A visit to the dentist, although painful, may present a great deal less suffering and distress than a dog's visit to the veterinarian. The human knows that the pain will end shortly and understands the reason why the pain is being inflicted. The dog does not, and this may make the dog's suffering worse. Finally, consider that when we object to what Michael Vick did with his dog fighting, we don't do so because we think that the dogs felt pain in the exact same way that humans do. We know that dogs feel pain, and our moral outrage about what Vick did is not contingent on our thinking that dogs and humans experience pain in the same way. All that matters is that dogs can feel pain, not how they feel pain. Our conventional wisdom says that such pain cannot be morally justified unless we have a good reason to inflict that pain. Our moral obligation is not linked to a similarity of experiences. It is only linked to a similarity of interests. And all sentient beings have the same interest in not wanting to experience pain and suffering, however different that experience may be. And the obligation not to impose pain and suffering without a good reason is not in any way linked to the actual experience of a particular being. It is a moral obligation to respect an interest that all sentient beings have. But do fish really feel pain? Yes, Many people who engage in fishing think that fish do not feel pain, but scientists have proven that view wrong. There are receptor sites in the heads of fish that respond to damaging stimuli, and fish do show reactions to harmful substances. How about clams, oysters, mussels, and scallops? Are these mollusks able to feel pain? It's not clear whether they can or not. We err in favor of not eating them because the evidence is not conclusive one way or the other. But other mollusks, such as the squid and octopus, are among the most neurologically advanced of all the invertebrates, and they are clearly sentient. Lobsters and snails are also sentient. Remember, the issue is not whether fish or mollusks feel pain in the same way that humans feel pain. The only issue is whether they can feel pain. Any being who can feel pain has an interest, a preference, or desire not to feel pain. It is that interest we regard as morally significant when we say that we need a good reason to ignore that interest and impose that pain. To hear the next chapter, please go to my next video on my YouTube page. Please like and subscribe.